The first sign of a highly attractive older woman is her emotional composure. She does not allow every situation to pull her into unnecessary drama or emotional chaos. Instead, she has developed the ability to pause, observe, and respond thoughtfully. This calm presence immediately changes the energy of any room she enters. People feel it without needing it explained. When others become reactive or overwhelmed, she remains steady and centered. This steadiness comes from experience. Over the years, she has faced misunderstandings, disappointments, and moments that tested her patience. Instead of letting those experiences make her defensive or guarded, she learned from them. She discovered that reacting to everything only drains her energy and rarely improves the situation. Because of this awareness, she chooses her responses carefully. This does not mean she lacks emotion. In fact, she often understands emotions more deeply than most people around her. The difference is that she does not allow those emotions to control her actions. She knows when to speak and when silence carries more power. This level of composure creates a quiet authority around her. People begin to trust her judgment because she demonstrates balance even in tense situations. Friends often come to her for advice because they know she will listen without rushing to conclusions. In relationships, this quality becomes especially attractive. When someone interacts with a person who remains calm instead of reactive, the connection begins to feel safe and grounded. Emotional stability has a way of creating trust very quickly. Many people are used to conversations escalating into arguments or misunderstandings. But with her, discussions remain thoughtful and respectful. She knows that strong relationships are not built on winning emotional battles, but on understanding each other. Her calm nature encourages others to slow down as well. Over time, people realize that being around her feels peaceful rather than exhausting. That kind of emotional atmosphere is rare, and rarity naturally increases attraction. A highly attractive older woman does not demand attention through noise or conflict. Instead, she commands attention through her presence. When she speaks, people listen because they sense that her words come from reflection rather than impulse. This emotional composure becomes one of her most powerful qualities, shaping how others see her and how they feel in her presence. One of the most powerful signs of a highly attractive older woman is her deep sense of self-respect. She has reached a point in life where she understands her value clearly, and because of that, she no longer feels the need to chase validation from others. Earlier in life, many people struggle with trying to please everyone around them, hoping that approval from others will confirm their worth. But with experience comes clarity. A mature woman realizes that constantly seeking approval only leads to exhaustion and disappointment. Instead, she begins to focus on honoring her own standards. This shift changes the way she moves through the world. When she speaks, there is a quiet certainty in her tone because she is not trying to convince anyone of who she is. She simply knows. That awareness becomes visible in her choices. She does not tolerate disrespectful behavior, but she also does not react with unnecessary hostility. She addresses situations calmly and firmly, showing others that kindness and strength can exist together. People naturally respond to this energy. When someone respects themselves, others are more likely to respect them as well. This is why her presence often commands attention without demanding it. She does not need to raise her voice or prove her importance. Her boundaries speak for her. In relationships, this quality becomes incredibly attractive. A woman who values herself encourages healthier dynamics with the people around her. She is not trying to control others, but she is very clear about what behavior she will accept in her life. This clarity removes confusion and emotional games. It allows relationships to be built on honesty rather than constant negotiation for approval. Another remarkable aspect of her self-respect is the way it influences how she treats others. Because she values herself, she also understands the importance of respecting the dignity of those around her. She listens without belittling, speaks without manipulation, and disagrees without humiliation. These habits create an atmosphere of maturity in every interaction she has. Over time, people begin to recognize that her confidence is not based on arrogance, but on inner stability. She is comfortable with who she has become, and that comfort makes others feel at ease as well. A highly attractive older woman does not need to announce her worth to the world. Her self-respect is visible in the quiet decisions she makes every day, and that steady sense of dignity becomes one of the most compelling aspects of her character. Another powerful sign of a highly attractive older woman is the quiet confidence that comes from lived experience. This type of confidence is very different from the confidence people try to project when they are still searching for their identity. Earlier in life, many individuals feel pressure to prove themselves. They try to impress others, defend their opinions strongly, or constantly show that they are capable. But as a woman grows older and gains more life experience, something begins to change. She realizes that confidence does not need to be loud to be powerful. Instead of trying to convince the world of her worth, she becomes comfortable simply being herself. This comfort creates a calm and grounded presence that others immediately notice. When she walks into a room, she does not rush to dominate the conversation or demand attention. Yet people often find themselves drawn to her naturally. Her body language is relaxed, her tone is steady, and her words carry weight because they are spoken with thoughtfulness. This kind of confidence grows from the many lessons life provides over time. She has faced challenges, made mistakes, learned from them, and continued moving forward. Those experiences slowly build a sense of inner stability. Because of this stability, she does not feel threatened by other people's opinions. She can listen without becoming defensive and share her perspective without needing to prove she is right. This balance makes her incredibly appealing in conversations and relationships. People often feel comfortable around someone who does not create tension through insecurity. Instead of competing for attention, she allows space for others while still maintaining her presence. In relationships, this form of confidence creates a sense of emotional safety. A partner feels they are with someone who knows who she is and does not constantly seek reassurance. This does not mean she is distant or indifferent. On the contrary, she is warm and engaged, but her happiness does not depend on constant validation. She understands that real connection comes from mutual respect rather than approval seeking. Over time, others begin to notice that her confidence remains steady, even when situations become uncertain. She does not panic easily, and she does not abandon her sense of self just to fit into someone else's expectations. This quiet certainty becomes deeply attractive because it reflects strength without arrogance. A highly attractive older woman does not try to perform confidence. She lives it naturally through the calm assurance that comes from knowing exactly who she is. Another clear sign of a highly attractive older woman is her ability to communicate with depth and intention. Over time, she has learned that meaningful communication is not about speaking the most or dominating every conversation. Instead, it is about understanding the value of listening and responding with thoughtfulness. Many people move through conversations quickly, waiting for their turn to speak or trying to prove a point. But a mature woman approaches communication differently. When someone talks to her, she gives her full attention. She listens carefully, not just to the words being spoken, but also to the emotions behind them. This simple act of genuine listening makes people feel respected and understood. In a world where many conversations feel rushed or distracted, this level of attention becomes incredibly powerful. People often remember how someone made them feel long after the conversation ends, and when someone feels truly heard, that experience creates a strong positive impression. Because she values meaningful dialogue, she chooses her words with care. She does not speak simply to fill silence. Instead, she reflects before responding, ensuring that her words contribute something thoughtful to the discussion. This approach naturally draws people toward her. Conversations with her feel calm, balanced, and sincere rather than chaotic or competitive. When disagreements arise, she does not immediately become defensive or confrontational. She understands that differences in perspective are a natural part of human interaction. Rather than trying to win every argument, she focuses on understanding the other person's point of view while expressing her own with clarity and respect. This balanced approach allows discussions to remain constructive rather than turning into unnecessary conflict. In relationships, this communication style becomes especially attractive. A person who communicates with patience and awareness creates emotional safety for the people around them. Others feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and experiences because they know they will be met with understanding rather than judgment. Over time, this builds trust and strengthens connections. A highly attractive older woman knows that communication is not about control or persuasion. It is about creating an environment where honesty and respect can exist together. She understands that strong relationships are built through consistent, thoughtful conversations rather than dramatic emotional exchanges. Her calm voice, attentive listening, and measured responses reflect a level of maturity that many people find deeply appealing. Instead of trying to impress others with loud opinions or constant talking, she allows the quality of her words and the sincerity of her attention to speak for her. This quiet skill in communication becomes one of the most noticeable and attractive aspects of her presence. Another defining characteristic of a highly attractive older woman is her grace in handling adversity. Life inevitably presents challenges, disappointments, and moments of hardship, yet she has developed the ability to navigate these experiences with dignity rather than allowing them to embitter her. This resilience is not about ignoring pain or pretending difficulties do not exist. Instead, it reflects a deep understanding that struggles are part of life and can be transformed into opportunities for growth and learning. When faced with setbacks, she responds with composure, analyzing situations calmly and making decisions based on wisdom rather than impulse. Her ability to maintain balance during difficult times communicates strength without aggression, showing others that she can handle pressure with poise. People naturally respect someone who does not collapse under adversity, and this respect often grows into admiration. Over time, her response to challenges sets a tone for her environment. She demonstrates that hardship does not have to define the quality of life or relationships. Others around her begin to emulate this calm and measured approach, which reinforces her influence and magnetism. This grace extends beyond her personal challenges and into the way she interacts with others. She can empathize with those who are struggling without becoming consumed by their problems, offering support in a way that empowers rather than controls. This balanced approach allows her to maintain her own emotional stability while providing guidance and reassurance to others. People often feel uplifted simply by witnessing her ability to remain composed and constructive, even when circumstances are difficult. Her presence becomes associated with calm, thoughtful action, which naturally draws people toward her. Additionally, she understands the value of perspective. She does not dwell unnecessarily on setbacks or let past difficulties overshadow her present experiences. Instead, she focuses on solutions and ways to grow from challenges, which demonstrates resilience and maturity that many find compelling. In relationships, this quality of handling adversity gracefully creates a sense of security. Partners, friends, and colleagues feel confident in her ability to navigate both ordinary and challenging situations without unnecessary drama. She communicates through her actions that she is reliable, steady, and emotionally intelligent. This creates trust and fosters deeper connections because people feel they can count on her judgment and presence. Her approach to challenges also inspires others to reflect on their own responses to adversity, often encouraging growth and emotional maturity in those around her. A highly attractive older woman does not flaunt her strength or use it as a tool to intimidate. She embodies it naturally, allowing others to see resilience as a lived quality rather than an abstract concept. Her calm, steady, and thoughtful approach to adversity becomes one of her most magnetic traits, leaving a lasting impression on everyone who interacts with her. Another key sign of a highly attractive older woman is her independence, balanced with warmth. Over time, she has developed a life that does not rely on others to define her sense of worth or happiness. She has cultivated her own interests, routines, and passions, which gives her a sense of purpose and fulfillment that is entirely her own. This independence communicates strength because it shows she is capable of navigating life on her own terms, making decisions without needing constant validation from others. People naturally find this self-sufficiency appealing because it signals maturity and confidence. At the same time, she balances this independence with genuine warmth. She remains approachable, kind, and compassionate, creating a space where others feel welcomed rather than judged. This combination of strength and warmth is rare. It allows her to connect with people without losing herself or compromising her values. She understands that relationships work best when both individuals maintain their independence while offering support and companionship. This balanced approach makes her presence refreshing and magnetic. People do not feel smothered or controlled in her company. Instead, they feel inspired and comfortable. Her independence also shapes how she handles relationships and social interactions. She is not prone to insecurity or jealousy because she is secure in her own life and choices. She does not rely on others to define her mood or sense of accomplishment. This stability makes her interactions calm and enjoyable, rather than tense or dependent. In a social context, her independence becomes visible in the way she engages with others. She participates fully in conversations, shares her perspectives, and offers support, but she does not dominate or rely on others to fill gaps in her life. This creates a natural appeal because people recognize that she brings completeness to her interactions rather than seeking to extract it from others. It also allows her to form healthier and more balanced connections, built on mutual respect rather than emotional neediness. At the same time, her warmth prevents her independence from appearing cold or distant. She listens attentively, shows empathy when needed, and engages with humor and kindness. She knows that human connection is essential, but she also understands that it is healthiest when it complements personal strength rather than compensates for weakness. This balance between independence and warmth allows her to navigate social dynamics gracefully. People feel both admiration and comfort in her presence. Her confidence in living her own life, combined with her genuine care for others, creates a magnetic energy that draws people toward her naturally. A highly attractive older woman demonstrates that true appeal is not about needing others. It is about living fully while inviting others into her world with authenticity, kindness, and self-assurance. Another unmistakable sign of a highly attractive older woman is her curiosity about life and people. She does not allow age to make her rigid or complacent. Instead, she approaches each day with a desire to learn, to explore new ideas, and to understand different perspectives. This curiosity keeps her energy vibrant and her presence engaging. People are naturally drawn to those who show genuine interest in the world around them, because it makes interactions feel lively and meaningful. She asks thoughtful questions, listens attentively to the answers, and allows herself to be inspired by what she learns. This quality reflects a mind that continues to grow rather than stagnate, which is rare and compelling. Her curiosity is not superficial or performative. She is genuinely interested in understanding people and experiences beyond her own. This openness creates opportunities for authentic connection, as others sense that their thoughts and stories are valued. Over time, this makes her interactions rich and memorable, leaving a lasting impression on everyone she meets. Her curiosity also fuels her personal growth and adaptability. She does not shy away from challenges or unfamiliar situations. Instead, she approaches them with a sense of openness, ready to absorb lessons and insights. This mindset prevents her from becoming stuck in rigid patterns of thinking or behavior, keeping her perspective fresh and dynamic. People often find this stimulating because it invites them to see the world in new ways. She demonstrates that learning and growth are lifelong pursuits, which is inspiring to those around her. Her willingness to engage with new ideas and experiences communicates resilience, flexibility, and emotional intelligence. In social and professional settings, this allows her to navigate diverse environments with ease, creating natural opportunities for connection. Curiosity combined with wisdom allows her to ask questions and engage in conversations that go beyond surface-level interactions. She fosters depth in her relationships, making those around her feel seen and understood in ways that are rare. In relationships, her curiosity strengthens emotional and intellectual bonds. She shows that she is genuinely invested in the lives, thoughts, and experiences of others, which encourages reciprocation. Partners, friends, and colleagues feel valued because she is attentive, interested, and responsive. Her curiosity also prevents stagnation in relationships. She continues to discover new aspects of people she cares about, keeping connections vibrant and